In this video, we're going to show you the capabilities of the graphics inside of Integration Designer Apex. The ability to auto-resize both buttons and bitmaps, and taking advantage of auto-transparency and color inversion will reduce programming time and will allow you to focus on complete customization of your UI design. Let's get started.
Graphics. We now have the ability, in case you haven't heard, to resize images on the fly. So here's a Blu-ray disc icon. It's 512 by 512. Wonderful resolution. Now when I drag these icons to a button, it will resize, fit it nicely on that button, and slap it on the screen for me. Not only do icons resize, if I copy and paste this button, I can now grab my corner of the button and stretch this to my heart's content. Stretch, shrink. I'll copy paste this, put it on the screen, and shrink it down. That means I can take a button, shrink it down, copy and paste it to maybe another source in that room, and this will save tons and tons of times for graphics. Wonderful, wonderful improvement that is baked in right into Apex. The next part of this is icons. If you have any special icons that have a pure white background as our special included set within Apex, when I drag that to a button and release, it will make that white transparent. Let's resize it to the button that you have in front of you. The second step to this, if you have a dark icon with a pure white background, I drag it to a button and release. Not only will it make the white transparent, it will invert the color so it's better contrast to see that image on that button. All it does is sample the color of the button and make sure it inverts the colors to make it look better. The third portion of this is if you have a multicolored button and you drag it to the screen, it will only invert the colors that need to. The other colors will remain the same, again, just for higher contrast within that. Now, what you may be thinking is, what about all the massive image libraries I've had over the years? Can I still use those? You sure can, but in the interest of good taste, we're not going to blow those up for you. Simply put, it's going to pixelate, it's going to look terrible. We don't want that, you don't want that, nobody does. So any of your old images that you've had, you can always bring them in, but we're not going to make them bigger. You can shrink them, and it will scale it nice and neat, like that. And let me zoom in a little bit. You guys can see a little bit better here. My fault. You can scale that down, and it will scale it proportionately, but we won't make things bigger. Now, you may be saying, well, I just saw you take that Blu-ray icon. You just cranked the heck out of it. Well, these are special case buttons. In fact, they're so special, we have a whole nother container that they live in. When I search the little bitmaps on the right, you may notice that some icons have the regular two-way, but they also have a special little arrow bitmap icon. These are special case buttons. These buttons you can abuse to no end. You can stretch, you can skew, you can add resolution to it. It will look wonderful in any shape or form on the screen. So what is this wizardry, you ask? These files are called 9-patched. If you're a fan of Android development, if you're not, you will be now. There's a little file, little program called 9-patch. It also goes by one other name I can't remember off the top of my head, but it allows you to take a button image, split it into basically 9 sectors. You save it as a regular PNG. Well, you put it's .9.png, and that allows you to scale buttons. So what does this mean for you? If you want to take the time and not only go through your entire image library and get rid of the 15 smallest resolution buttons that you have, grab the largest one, 9-patch it, and all of a sudden you have a very, very powerful button that can be used across multiple screens and multiple resolutions. Very powerful.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll explore swapping out sources in Integration Designer Apex.